Alright, what's up guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. So for today's video, we're going to do something a little bit interesting. I'm going to be interviewing the cast of the Vampire Diaries. Unfortunately, not everybody was able to make it. Nina's manager actually informed me that she had a prior commitment, but nonetheless, we wish her the best. So I asked some of you guys to come up with creative questions and send them to me so that way I can ask them some of these questions. And that's exactly what I did. I chose some of your questions right here, and without further ado, let me introduce the cast of TVD.
Cheers! And Julie.
Hey guys. I'm sorry, I don't mean to ruin your fun, but if you could not drink or curse, I mean, this is a family-friendly channel, and I'm trying to get monetized by YouTube. I'm sorry, like, I really don't mean to.
All right, rein it in. Guys, it's all about moderation.
Can we please get started? Also, I do want to preface that although I love the fact that everybody is here and everybody's joined together, not everybody got a question. So if you don't have a question to answer, you can just drink off camera. That's fine. As long as the camera doesn't catch you. If the camera catches you, I'm going to have to ask you to put it down. Okay, so starting off with Ian, this question is for you. When your daughter gets older, will you allow her to watch the Vampire Diaries?
Oh, yes. Yes.
It would have to be her choice.
Oh, absolutely. That's completely understandable. Okay, also, as a follow-up question.
Give it to me, baby.
Okay, this is my first interview, and I'm already like beet red, like lobster red. Anyways, follow-up question. What if your daughter starts shipping Delana?
Not a good idea.
But, you know, it's cool. There's a different dynamic.
True, but okay. This is a bit of a personal question, and I completely understand if you don't want to answer this, but is there still any sort of tension or resentment about your previous relationship with Nina?
You know, resentment is anger toward yourself for something you allowed to happen. You know, girls are meant to be gotten and lost, just like boys are. I mean, it's sort of the cycle of life. I mean, imagine waiting for someone for 150 years.
But push yourself. And we learned a great deal.
What you just said is actually a really good way of putting it. It's completely true. But no, I'm really glad that you're both doing well, that you're both happy. I know people still ship Nian, but you know, you're married, you have a kid. That's great. You're happy with your wife, you're happy with your family. That's amazing. I know Nina's happy with Sean. You both moved on, you're both doing your own thing. I love it. I love to see it. Thank you, Ian. Okay, so now Paul, this one's directed to you. One of the fans wanted me to ask you a bit of a personal question. So, it might ruin one of your friendships with your female co-stars, so forewarning. Who was your favorite on-screen love interest on TVD that you've ever had a romantic relationship with? And by romantic, I mean getting down and dirty.
It's a good question.
Wait, hold on. Before you answer that question, can I guess real quick? Is it Candace?
Yes, no, maybe so.
Okay, I knew it. Yes. Okay. So now that we know it's Candace, and Nina and the rest of your female co-stars who you've hooked up with in the show are going to be pissed off at you and text you and all that kind of stuff. I'm sorry for that. What is your favorite scene that you filmed with Candace that has to do with lovemaking, hooking up, kissing, etc.?
We were like doing this, like, you know, love making scene.
Down.
Yeah, and I lowered the sheets or whatever, but only for like a second. And I look down and I see this like odd design on her, you know, breasts, and I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna look. I'm trying to be respectful. And then I was like, and then in the back of my head, I was like, is that Ian? and then during the second take, I looked down and I'm like, what the? It was like Ian was staring at me.
Wait. So I'm gonna need some context behind this. So you looked down as you were in the middle of a lovemaking scene with Candace, and Ian was staring back up at you? I'm so confused.
Candace made homemade pasties, but with my face on it.
No freaking way. Oh, that is the best story I've ever heard. You know, it sounds like such a fun cast to work with. You guys seem like a very tight-knit family. And I feel like, does that surprise me? Not really, because it seems like something that either Candace or somebody would do to the other, you know? Well, I really appreciate you sharing that with me, because honestly, that made my day, so. Now moving on. The next question is directed to Kat Graham.
Hi guys, I'm Nina Dobrev.
Wait, Nina? What are you doing here? I thought you had a prior commitment.
It's just funny how that all works. It's all about timing in life, you know?
Honestly, perfect timing, because the fans did have some questions for you too. But before I get to you, I do want to direct the next question to Kat Graham, if that's okay with you.
Yes.
Okay, so a fan sent in a question asking what it was like to play Bonnie and if you liked playing Bonnie.
It's been interesting.
I put a lot of work. I busted my ass on that show, and you know, had a lot of great epiphanies that came from it, and who I wanted to be.
Right. I mean, I looked it up and it said that you were just 19 when you started working on TVD. And I can't even begin to imagine how you must have felt going on that self-discovery journey of figuring out who you are, what you want, where you want to be in 10 years, all while working a full-time job and being in the public eye. That must have been stressful in itself. Which brings me to my follow-up question. Since you worked on the Vampire Diaries for so many years, what's one thing that the producers didn't do for your character of Bonnie Bennett that you hope Hollywood will take into consideration the next time you get cast for a big role in Hollywood?
African Afro texture is not something that Hollywood has ever necessarily embraced. So I hope that I one day can play a character that I actually look like.
Absolutely, I agree with all of that. Hollywood needs to represent their talent, their workers, their crew, and everybody who's watching their content in real time. I think the biggest misinterpretation is when Hollywood casts an LGBTQ character for a line or a scene or an episode, and they automatically think, oh, okay, so when we think lesbian, we think of a butch woman with short hair, with barely any breasts, who's muscular, who has tattoos, and it's like, that's typecasting. And the same thing goes for Latino women, black men. So I genuinely hope that you get the role that you deserve and that you get the recognition and the respect that you deserve. But how are you feeling though? Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm good to go.
Okay, good. Yeah, like I said, you deserve so much respect and they better put your name on it. If not, I mean, I'm just an amateur writer, but come to me and I will personally write you a script of your choice with the characters of your choice, the qualities, the personalities, the hairstyles, whatever you want. I got you, girl.
Thank you so much.
Of course. It was great talking to you, Kat. Okay, so now Nina, you're up.
We'll die.
Whoa. Okay. No need to get hasty. I mean, I was just giving Kat a little bit of attention because she came first. But I mean, you forgive me, right? Please?
I do.
Well, thank you. I appreciate your forgiveness. Okay, so the question that a fan had for you was, did you like playing Catherine or Elena or both?
I can't say that there's one, but I have a lot of fun stepping into the shoes of Catherine or getting tightened into the corset of Catherine.
If Catherine says a line and she's snarky, I have to remember that for when I'm playing Lena. And so there's just a lot of work and preparation and planning involved.
Oh, I can't even imagine playing one character, let alone two. Okay, so I know you've played 3 characters. You've played Amara, you've played Catherine, and of course, Elena. Now, Amara was just in a couple of episodes as opposed to Catherine, who was in a couple of seasons. When Catherine died, how did you feel about that? Was it relieving? Was it saddening?
It was sad to see Catherine go, but at least she went out with a bang and she had a really cool death, so that was really fun.
Yeah, I mean, she literally got dragged off to hell. So that must have been a pretty cool scene to film. All right, well, thank you, Nina. Thank you, Ian. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Kat. Thank you, everybody that was here. If you want to see a part 2 of who I interviewed from TVD, give this video a like, hit that subscribe button, and let me know in the comments if you want to see another interview with the rest of the cast. Also, before I end this video, I want to thank you guys again for sending me some of your questions to ask the TVD actors and actresses. For those of you who are kind enough to send in your questions, I have put your usernames to the side. I wrote it down and I will be putting it into a generator. This way, once I'm done with season 8 of TVD, I will be picking a random name from the generator and you will have the opportunity to come up with a creative question for me to ask Kat Graham or Michael Malarkey, who plays Enzo. Just a little token of my appreciation. So thank you guys and I will see you in the next video.
I am Nina Dobrev. I'm Candace Akala.
I am Paul Wesley.
I'm Kat Graham.
I'm Ian Somerhalder, and you are watching
TVD Reacts 13. Bye guys.